Ever read something and felt kind of hooked, but you couldn't quite put your finger on why? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are taking one single advertisement and pulling it apart piece by piece to see how it uses language to build this incredible narrative of trust and guidance. All right, let's dive in.
I mean, it's a feeling we've all had, right? You're standing at a crossroads, just totally unsure which way to turn. The ad we're looking at today plugs directly into that fundamental human need for a little bit of direction when everything feels up in the air.
So this brings us to our first section, the search for answers. This is all about how the ad makes an instant connection with its audience. And you gotta notice, it doesn't start by selling you something. Nope. It starts by identifying a problem that pretty much all of us can relate to.
And here it is, the opening line. It is just so effective because it's not vague at all. It names the big three, love, career, and life decisions. By doing that, it makes you feel like, hey, they're talking to me. It's a classic persuasion technique, really. You validate the person's specific anxieties before you even think about offering a solution.
Okay, so once the ad has you nodding along, thinking, yeah, I felt lost before, it makes a really quick pivot straight to the solution. And that brings us to our second section, the promise of clarity. This is all about what you, the reader, supposedly stand to gain.
Now, pay close attention to the word choice here. It's not just advice. It's powerful spiritual guidance. And that is so intentional. Powerful implies that this stuff actually works, while spiritual kind of elevates the whole service from just simple problem solving to something way more profound. It's selling you a transformation, not just a couple of tips. And this brings up a really subtle but super important distinction in the language. The ad talks about both guidance and answers. Think about that for a second. Guidance is supportive. It helps you make a decision. But answers, well, that promises a final result. It basically makes a decision for you. By using both, the ad cleverly appeals to two different mindsets: people who want a little help deciding and people who just want to be told what to do.
And you'll notice the ad repeats these three core areas. This isn't just filler text. Repetition is a huge persuasive tool. By listing love, career, life decisions again, the ad is hammering home the point that its promise isn't some abstract thing. It's a targeted solution for your biggest, most personal anxieties.
So what are the two biggest fears you'd have when you seek out advice like this? That it's going to be totally wrong and that it's going to be generic. Well, the ad anticipates this. It tackles both of those fears head-on with two crucial words: accurate and personalized. Accurate is there to handle your skepticism, while personalized promises an experience that is tailored just for you.
You see, everything we've talked about so far, it all builds to this one final promise: true insight. This is the ultimate deliverable. It's not just about getting information, it's about reaching a deeper level of understanding. That's the big emotional and intellectual payoff that the entire ad is constructed to lead you towards. Of course, a promise that big needs someone believable to deliver it. And that leads us to the third crucial part of this ad's structure, the trusted guide. This whole section is about one thing: establishing credibility.
Before we even get a name, the ad starts building this sense of anticipation. It's signaling that we're about to meet somebody with a pretty special skill set, which gets the reader ready to accept their authority.
And here he is, Pandit Prem Kumar. Just giving the service a name, a face, makes it feel more concrete and personal. But a name isn't enough. So how does the ad convince you that this guy is credible?
Well, the first power word they use is renowned. This is a classic example of what's called social proof. Instead of just telling you he's good, it implies that a whole lot of other people already think he's good. It's using the power of the crowd to build instant credibility.
And then they pair renowned with the word trusted. And this is just a brilliant combination. If renowned is about public authority, trusted is about personal safety. It promises a safe space for you to be vulnerable. The fact that the ad keeps using the word trust just goes to show how central that feeling is to their entire pitch.
So the ad has identified a need, it's made a huge promise, and it's introduced a guide you're supposed to find credible. The very last piece of the puzzle is to turn that interest into action. This is where the ad gives you a clear path forward.
What this ad creates is a simple, almost elegant journey for the customer. It's really a three-step funnel. First, you identify with the problem. Second, you discover the expert guide. And third, you book the session to get your insight. It's a clear, frictionless path from just being curious to actually taking action.
And finally, we have the call to action itself,
A core principle of getting anyone to do anything is to remove the obstacles. By providing a website, an email, and a phone number, the ad makes it as easy as humanly possible for someone to take that final step. Whatever your preferred way of getting in touch is, they've got you covered. And that really brings us to our closing thought. After breaking down all this language of being renowned, trusted, accurate, and personalized, all from this one short ad, it kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about. In any context, what are the key ingredients that make you, or anyone, truly believe in a source of guidance?